I think we are live. Welcome to Mayhem Country Living. No one is here yet. This is a test. We have been out of town and working, so there were not any videos this week. Just the way it was. Couldn't do it. I was out of town traveling 3 states. Hey, BC, what are you doing? I'm a little bit early doing my videos. I'm down here. I'm suffering. I'm suffering. Hey, Doc, how are y'all doing? It's been tough. I'm suffering. It's been really bad. We're on the beach. We took a quick vacation down to Pensacola, and so we've been hanging out down here for a couple of days. I saw the videos. I've been catching up on that build. I don't know why you don't like that garage, BC. It's fantastic. It looks really good, and especially since you put the chipboard up. Hey, Detroit Redneck, how you doing, man? You can't even see any of the beams that were crooked. I know that kind of throws makes me want to cock my head like a dog, but you can't even see it now. It looks good. I think you'll be very happy with that building once you get everything finished up with it. I do. But I was saying before, I don't know if all y'all came on. I've been doing a lot of work. Tennessee, Alabama, Tennessee, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, back to Alabama last week. So it was really, really a long week, and I was in 3 different hotels, something like that. So I just did not even have the time to do any videos. This was actually real work, and I try not to do real work very often, but it was okay. And we're going to tweak and adjust and get some stuff figured out. So I'm probably going to load 3 or 4 videos while we're down here, and then we'll be back to our regular schedule tomorrow. We got somebody. Shauna's mom's not in the capacity to house sit anymore, so we actually got somebody to house sit for us. Way it is. She just, as old as she's been getting, she just can't get around and do all the chickens and the dogs and the cats and everything. And then if there is a problem, well, there's nothing she can do. So we just got a buddy to go over there and babysit. So yeah, Doc, that was about all we could think of doing. But we've been down here in Pensacola staying at one of the hotels down here, and we're lucky enough to get a good rate on the beach. So it has been really, really nice. Just hanging out and not doing much of nothing except eating some seafood and eating seafood and eating seafood. Yeah, and drinking margaritas. Hooch said I brought her with me. I decided to bring her. I didn't want to bring anybody else this time. There she is. Look at her. She did comb her hair. I do have to say that. But what's been going on with y'all? Yeah, BC, I've been catching up on your videos, and I like that big toolbox too. What have you been doing? I think Detroit Redneck knows everybody. I see, and Doc Falcon. I think we all kind of know each other. You killed the seafood places. Hey, Danny. What are you doing? Y'all getting settled in? I hope you are. But yes, yeah, we've been eating seafood, and I've been doing this keto diet, a keto paleo diet. I don't eat anything. I don't eat any bread, grain, sugar. I eat meat and vegetables. And that's it. And even doing that down here, I still have been able to stick to the diet, and I am stuffed all the time because this is fresh grilled fish. Fresh grilled. What was last night? Tuna. Yeah, whitefin tuna steak last night. It was fantastic. I'll do my best, Danny. I don't know if she wants to move up that far away from the grandbabies.
As much as I love it, that would be no.
That's the thing. Well, no, he's talking about up in northeast Alabama.
No,
Up
I don't want to be 30 minutes from them.
Foley, it'd be 2 hours. I will do that in a few hours, Doc. We will try the snapper and fish tacos. Oh my God, this stuff is good. But not a lot of other stuff has been going on. Really, just like I said, crazy work. I may be doing a lot more stuff in Georgia. Initially, a Kawasaki FX850V engine. Need some ideas of what to do with it. Detroit Redneck. I would do a mini rail. That would be what I would do. I would do almost like a sand rail, but of course I'd do it for street. That would be fun. I would, yeah, I would do something like that. Almost like if you could find an old Odyssey frame, that would be something. Although Polaris did send me something in the mail the other day that they are coming out with something similar to the Polaris single seat steering wheel, and you climb in it and you ride, and fairly aggressive systems, motor, tire combinations, and everything pretty aggressive and rugged looking. So you can look at that and get some ideas. But I would find an old Odyssey frame, and I would have at it. Put it on a riding mower. Yes. Oh yeah, BC. That I think my days of doing the exotic stuff to the mowers is about over. My back just can't take the stuff that doesn't have any suspension anymore or shocks, because it just hurts so bad. I've still got all my toys that I played with, but it just hurts too much and it takes too long to recover. If I do a video playing or riding and jumping around on them, it usually takes me about 3 or 4 days to recover from it. It's like sitting around and not hardly moving. Be careful, BC. You have a good day, buddy. We'll be back on our regularly scheduled programming, so videos will be coming. Take care of yourself, BC. So what else has been happening with y'all? Danny, is your wife getting adjusted to the all that position up there? I don't want to say too much. Y'all getting adjusted up there? Vertical shaft. Vertical shaft. Yeah, you could twist the belt, but you could still do a pretty dang nice mean go-kart with that. Vertical shaft or not. Danny, I'm reading this stuff. Loading up traffic to fight everywhere. Oh yeah. She misses the Ross store. That's funny. I won't tell her that you said that though. I won't. His wife does. Chicken and dumplings. That sounds good. That sounds good.
I can't do the texture of the dumplings.
Yeah, Doc Falcon. Doc is making homemade chicken and dumplings. That sounds good. Oh, Doc. Okay, Doc says he has a huge Ross store down the street. I don't know if she'll want to do it, Danny. I will mention it to her. I don't know unless we moved everybody.
Everybody would have to come.
Oh my God. She's something. She's something else.
I'm not leaving with the boys.
Um, that's funny. Hey, Chris P, how you doing? What is going on with you? I bet they are. I bet they are cheaper. We actually looked at some. We are thinking of buying some land down in Centerville. We looked at some of the really nice mobile homes.
Really nice.
We don't want to build in Jefferson County. It was so hard. We had to live in Jefferson County. I'm glad you're adjusting to your new life in Kansas, Chris.
Where's he at?
Kansas. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I figured that you meant Kansas. Yeah, I figured that's what you meant. But we're looking to do something outside of Jefferson County. Snow and hail right now. Isn't that kind of early? 12 miles southwest of Detroit. That is crazy. Barely tolerate it in the hot tub. I gotta say, it was terrible. We suffered. I got my cheeks were chapped, so I had to sit in the water up here.
My ears were cold.
Yeah. Who said her ears were cold? But it did get cold at the house last. I think I was home last Monday, and the temperature did drop down into, well, we had a freeze warning, so it dropped down to 34 degrees, which is crazy for this time of year. Right before Halloween, and then Halloween night, we actually had freeze warnings. Third bedroom with a sunroom, old general store. Dang, Danny. A shop building, 22 acres, 23 acres, 2 ponds, and a stream. The house has a full basement and a separate safe room. $130,000. That is absolutely crazy. That's crazy cheap. Yeah, that is absolutely crazy cheap. And it's for sale right now. I might have to look that up just to see it. And it's up near Foley, is that right? Yeah, if you would, I'm just curious. If you could send me a link with a listing, I just want to. Northwest Alabama. Okay. Marion County. Okay. Yeah, if you don't mind, you know, if you're doing other stuff, you don't have to do it today or anything like that. Just whenever you get a chance. Like I said, that would be dang interesting to look at. Because that is cheap. So, yeah, has everybody been getting ready for the colder weather since it is creeping down on us? Check your generators, your heating oil, check your furnace. That's interesting. Chris, do you have to have a tag? That was something I was talking to the Hooch about the other day. Do you have to have a tag for one of those if you're driving a four-wheeler? 28. Dang. Yeah, yeah. I know, Doc. Me too. I'm thinking I might, get another 20-pound propane tank. And just in case, that little propane heater is fantastic. It works great. Okay, $25 tag. That's what I was wondering. Do you have to wear a helmet if you're on the main roads? I think you have to anyway. Never mind. That's just me doing redneck stuff. I don't wear a helmet. So I guess if you're on a public road, yes, you absolutely have to wear a helmet, safety equipment. Okay. But that's not bad. Out where I live, a lot of people drive them to the gas stations and get, there's a little country store where we live, and you'll see, side by sides and four wheelers pulled up, and just eye protection. I'll be damned. I did not know that. That's not too bad. We got it off of Amazon. It was $99 and it was free shipping. So you might get it a little bit cheaper. I got the biggest version because if something happens to the power, actually the power went out. What day was it? Tuesday? No. When I got home. Thursday night when I got home, power went out, and it was out for 12 hours. And we actually brought it inside the house and used it, and used a kerosene heater in her mother's house. Doc, you will not regret it. If you don't like it, I will buy it from you, Doc. How about that? Because Shauna said she liked it so much, she said we might need to buy another one or two because they are just so efficient. And they sip propane. Yeah. You just can't freaking beat them. You really can't.
Yes. All right, thank you.
I can't find them free. I have to buy the dang things. I have looked at yard sales and stuff like that. I cannot find a free tank anywhere. So I usually go to like Tractor Supply, when you have to, and you can buy one for, I'll say $22 and fill it up for $12, and that's about the cheapest I can find. Or you can get them from gas stations for $50. That is plenty of propane. That's a good supply right there, Detroit Redneck. You've got it like DC has it stacked up in his fuel shack. Yeah, I I can't say enough good things about that little heater, Doc. They are nice, and if you put a little ledge, ask BC about it. If you get a piece of sheet metal, bend it, pop rivet, or sheet metal screw it right above the top vent, big enough to put like a coffee pot, one of those old enameled coffee pots. You can boil water in minutes, and that can double. You could actually slot the shelf so you could take it on and off if you wanted to. That might be what I'm going to do. Actually, that's a pretty good idea. Just slot it so you can just pop it off when you need to, and you can cook on it. It will really heat a room up. We're actually looking at buying one for the kids also. Just it's cheap insurance, and you know, when you're in your 20s and you got kids, you know, you really don't have a clue when the power goes out. Most people don't. So it's good to have that kind of a backup. Yeah, Chris, you're absolutely right. Now these are the zero the zero emission ventless ones, but even saying that, I do crack a window, one or two windows, to about a half inch, something like that, just to circulate the air out in the tiny house. I've got the top vents and that are still open in the end gables on the roof, and I'll still crack a window a little bit so it just kind of blows around, and you will sweat in there with that thing on. Yes, Doc, you have to have coffee, and that's why I was doing that, because you're boiling water. You might as well do something. You got heat going. Teachers used a super small one last night working gates at our local high school. Yeah, they're great in like a hunting blind, something like that. Just put it on one brick and you will work. Hey, babe, Detroit Redneck said, hey, Hooch. She said, hey, back. She's over there vacationing. She's over there looking at blankets. But no, everybody calls it a hooch too, so it's okay. One thing you might want to do, since we're talking about heaters and winter stuff, if you do have your generators, crank them up and stir them. Do that. Make sure you got your extension cords for your generators. Make sure you have your splitters for your extension cords. And, have a good place to put it. Not too close to the house where you can suck fumes in the house or burn it down, but far enough away to where you don't have to drape too many extension cords, and far enough away you don't have to do crazy stuff to baffle it to make it quiet. Yeah, Detroit Redneck, I agree. Yep. If it's just me, I would just have that little heater, and I'd crank it up and let it run and warm up. And you could take it from room to room, or because it's got wheels, you just roll it, and you can go from one room to another with it. And it would be on the lighting, it would be pretty efficient. Oh, it's down in the car.
Oh.
Well, we left our leftovers in the car.
Might need to go get them.
Might need to go get them.
Can I go get them looking like this?
Sure. Sure.
So I'm gonna get laughed at, you realize,
She's wearing Christmas pajamas.
because they're warm.
Chris,
Flip-flops.
and flip flops. Chris, I do not have it hardwired into the panel. I would not do it myself. I'm going to pay an electrician to do it. I could do it, but I just don't want to. I want somebody who does it for a living, that carries a card and that knows what they're doing to do it and run it. And that way it's just peace of mind for me. When we had our mobile home wired up, I hired an electrician. I worked for an electric company. I did at the time. And he came out, and I kind of knew him from, he did some stuff at U.S. Steel, and I worked out there as well, contractor. And he and I got to talking. He said, "Hell, why didn't you do this yourself?" I said, "Uh-uh." I said, "I don't, nope, not on my own stuff." I said, "I want you to come out. You've been doing it for 30 years. And he laughed. He said, "Yeah, he said, I do this stuff in my sleep just about." And he wired it up, and the bang up job, got no beef, no problem, never had any kind of problems or anything like that. I would just have somebody do it. I know how to do it, and I know how to make the cheater splitters and do all that stuff, which I'm not even going to do videos on those. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, they're splitters you can set up and plug into your house from your generators. But there's just so much liability, disconnecting power and all that stuff. I don't even do that. I just run extension cords. Yes, sir. Chris P, that's what I'm talking about. Now, in extreme cases, can I do it? Do I do it? Yeah, I've done it. But I'm just not going to get on YouTube. You know how I get on there and say, hey guys, this is how you do. We can do this and this and this. I'm not going to do videos. There's a lot of people that do videos like that. I would just be afraid that I would get somebody hurt, and I just don't want to.
Like a hurricane on that side of the building. It flung the food out of my hand.
Oops.
I'm not sure which one's.
But I have a big 60K generator, big old diesel generator. I've got to get it. It cracked, the starter solenoid cracked on it, and I replaced it. And then her mother kept unplugging the battery charger for it, because it had a 12-volt backup battery charger, deep cycle, and the battery died. And I haven't done anything else to it. I need to get that thing serviced and cranked up. I think he did too, Detroit Redneck. I think he did too. I vaguely remember something about that. And you can get conversion kits and orifice kits to change over from that. But it's the same as changing over a propane stove to a natural gas, or vice versa. You just get the little orifice kits, and you can swap them out. And it's not hard at all. I've done it a few times. But we're going to get that thing serviced. If we do decide to move, I'm going to probably try to take that thing with me. And it's got like a 200 gallon diesel tank, big old huge round. I need to get the guy to come out and service it. I'll do some videos when he comes out. I've got his business card. I just hadn't had a chance to give him a call with everything, because I've got a lot of stuff in the works. And we're really, really busy. With just like the regular stuff and everything. And like I said, I apologize for not doing any videos this week. I just drove. And it was just a long week. Yeah, we're really thinking about it, Danny. We really are. We were going to build a house on the opposite end of a property and rent out that our house, our trailer. I don't know if we're going to do that because it's such a headache to build in Jefferson County, and we had to deal with an old survey that said there was a flood zone, and then another survey that said there wasn't a flood zone, and it was just
Lord, Billy crying every night.
yeah, it was really really horrible to deal with, to put an old well, it's not old, it was brand new when we bought it, but to put a trailer on that thing, and we had to have it close by to keep an eye on our mother. That's the only reason we stayed there. That was it. Yeah, you ain't kidding. Danny, send me that link. Send me that link. We won't say nothing to the hooch.
I'm listening.
But we've been in it at 32 minutes, guys. So I'm going to wrap this up. And like I said, I'm a little bit early. I just wanted to get on. I'm on my work computer. That's pretty nice. 4 legs. I'm on my work computer, and I wasn't sure if I could get set up to do a live chat off of YouTube. And once I got it set up, I thought, hell, we'll just go ahead and start talking, see who pops up. And here you guys are. How about that? But I'm going to wrap this up now. Thanks for coming by. I will be back on schedule with a lot more videos, good and interesting stuff. Hopefully, good and interesting stuff. But we'll be back with videos. We'll say that. And be back on a regularly scheduled program also. Gonna do a website too. Gonna do a website. I've been talking about it. Shush it, lady. And we're gonna go ahead and do the website and get the website up. Hopefully in a week, something like that. It's not hard to do because I won't be doing it. Anyway, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming by. As always, guys, with the weather changing crazy like it is, make sure you and your family and the neighbor on your left and the neighbor on your right.
And your pets.
And your pets. Absolutely. Got a good, safe place and a warm place to be. Because if your neighbors ain't warm, hell, they may come over to your place. And you know you don't like them that much. Take care of your people, guys.
What video?